ridiculous.
Did you guys go back to our little taco place?
We went there twice.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Yeah, that's a good spot.
Maybe next year.
Yeah, for
Maybe
sure.
next year. Yeah, that's awesome. So anyway, we have a kind of a mix of San Diego Comic-Con and Sideshow Con stuff tonight to talk about. Obviously, this is the one that definitely piqued my interest. We finally got our first kind of glimpse of some renders from Sideshow. Obviously, they'd never actually showed him fully revealed. Unfortunately, I really thought they would. But we have a seated Riddler. What's your impression of him so far?
I think he looks great. I think the elements of Riddler from what they're showing us are there, and I'm excited to see like the full details, the suit, the hat, the mask, the gloves. So I'm very excited, and I will definitely be pre-ordering this one as soon as it's available.
Well, I've got it's 1/4, which is good. With respect for the budget, all my statues are 1/3. So if it's on like some kind of good base or bigger base to make it feel bigger,
looks cool. Yeah.
That's when I'll decide. I mean, because I'm either gonna get this one or probably the Prime one or the Legendary Beast. I'll get one of them. I know the Legendary Beast will be 1/3. So
yeah, I mean he is seated, so I think he's actually going to be a pretty tall piece because of the height of the drums here.
Yeah.
Of course, we haven't seen the very bottom of the base, but I think it's cool. I feel like it's got a little bit of a Joker vibe to it with the detonator and stuff. So I don't know if they could have done something a little differently with that, but I'm just excited that they're doing a Riddler in quarter scale, and so hopefully we'll have that up for pre-order soon and be able to see the full reveal. I would imagine Sideshow is going to want to get this one out.
Yep,
you would think.
Yeah.
Well, he's known for that too, with the detonator.
You would think they would want to be the first ones out with it. Since you got Prime 1 teasing a Riddler. So yeah.
But anyway, I'm very excited about that. So that's what we got to see from Sideshow. This was another one. Jeff got to see this one in person. These are from Iron Studios. These are quarter scale based on the art of Alex Ross. I saw obviously the Batman and Superman. I think I agree with Jeff, and we kind of like Jeff. You like the Batman better, right?
Yeah, I think the flow of the cape looks really good on Batman. The portrait, I think, is a little better. It's going to take up more space than Superman. But yeah, they're both cool. The one thing I'd mention about them is there's no texturing on the costume at all.
Yeah,
they're completely flat. But that's kind of comic booky, I guess.
Yeah. It is. But do you feel like you could pull that off in 2024 though?
I don't think you can. It looked a little plastic.
That's what I was worried. I was like, did you feel like it kind of looked a little cheap? I mean, I'm not trying to dog like Kotobukiya or companies like that, but ones that do a lot of the PVC type materials. And if you know what I'm talking about, but did you kind of get that feel about it?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, did you think it's too? I guess people were complaining. Like maybe it's too glossy, or did you get that feel, Jeff? Because you saw it in person. I mean, with respect, yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. When you look at Alex Ross's Superman and Batman, it does have a glossy look.
Yeah.
The cape on Batman looked very much like an Alex Ross cape, so maybe it works. And the price point wasn't too scary. It was $750 on Superman. So it's not like they're asking $1,000.
But still,
I think it looks really good. I don't know. I like it a lot. I like both of them actually.
The thing is too, like I feel like this would work really well at a 10th scale with the no texture. I think you can get away with it there, but I feel like in 2024 you have to have just a little bit more detail than what we're seeing here. And again, I feel like the sculpt is great. I feel like overall it looks very similar to Alex Ross. Maybe it could be tweaked a little bit here and there, but I felt like look at the sculpt on the hand. I think that looks fantastic.
Oh yeah, but the skin tone,
yeah. I feel blowing it up to quarter scale. If they just maybe added just a slight bit of texture, I think this one could be a hit for Iron Studios for sure. And again, I personally like the Batman better, but I'm just excited they're doing something different.
I'm usually like that way too with the textures, but for some reason this doesn't bother me being not textured. I don't know.
Jeff, I think I would get this Superman because I like Alex Ross's, version. What I would do is get like a CGC slab of like an older Superman, like Action Comics, and then display it like right next to it. I think that's the way to go. Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah, I
those
can
look
see
good
that.
together. I don't know.
I do like Jeff mentioned, like the cape on Batman looks great. You could see the texturing, that pulling of the fabric.
yeah.
Exactly.
Very reminiscent of the old, like one of my first ever statues I got was the DC Direct, one of these that were, I don't remember what the scale was. It wasn't
They're 1/6.
yeah. So yeah, I
Are
have
you
that.
talking about the one where he's on the eagle ledge that's silver?
I can't remember what the base looked like, but the cape was exactly the same. And I always love this particular pose. So obviously it's very iconic. So I think they captured it really nicely. Although again, Iron Studios clearly has some competition with some other companies that have said that they're going to do Alex Ross inspired pieces.
So I think this works well for Alex Ross's art style. Like we look at the Legendary Beast, not Legendary Beast. Who was it? Prime One. To me, that's like too realistic. Like there's just, I don't know. He looks too human more than he does like a comic book,
Right.
panel or something, cover to me.
Well, and again, it's great that there's different companies offering different looks. So, you can choose whatever you would like. But I just thought this was one of the bigger hits for Iron Studios this weekend. I thought this was a fun pairing.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah,
Got a lot of attention.
I think I see your son in the shadow here.
Yes, you do.
Yep. Mm-hmm. His hair's gotten even longer this year than I think last year. I was like, he looks a year older. It's cool.
Yep.
Did he
So
have
anyway.
Jeff, like just hanging out, just you and him and stuff?
Mm-hmm. Yep. We were together most of the show. He went off by himself a few times, but for the most part, we were together.
It's cool.
That's what I like to. I like to take them to the cons and stuff like that, and just to get to hang out with me and stuff like, what I'm saying. And then like if the guys come, it's always good for them to meet different people, So it's pretty cool.
This obviously was the big reveal of John Constantine, which I think is a fantastic piece. This was sculpted by Martin Canale, and I think it's just a beautiful piece. Me personally, a lot of people have made comments about the face sculpt, and I can't unsee it. All I see is Phil from Modern Family. And I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing or not. I showed my wife, and that was the first thing that she said. And then she also said Zac Efron, which I've heard some people say that as well. But I really see Phil. What do you guys think about this piece in general? And even with people saying that about the face, does that bother you, or would you still want it?
I think it's a cool piece. Yeah. I really like the textures that the hands and the I guess, the hands and the rock and everything, and then on the stone, it looks like it's highly detailed, put it that way.
Yeah, I've seen mixed reviews on this. I absolutely love it. I think it looks cool. I'm fine with the portrait. I've seen him portrayed different times in comics and TV shows, and I don't know if he's ever been in a movie, but I don't know. I'm used to seeing different faces on him, so that portrait doesn't bother me at all.
Did you see this one live, Jeff? Did you get to see this one in person?
No, Sideshow wasn't there, so
that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I also don't watch Modern Family all too often, so I'm not even sure that could help too. I don't know who it is.
I just think it's a beautiful statue. Jeff, I feel like you maybe are the bigger Constantine fan of all of us. Mm-hmm. You have the fantastic Prime One piece. Right. How do you feel like this one compares? Would it be something you would want to get both or not?
No, while I like this piece, I much prefer the one that I have. I have a few minor quibbles with this piece. It looks, if you're going to have him smiling, it really needs to be a grin. It needs to be kind of a mischievous grin. I kind of just get a smile from this piece, which I don't think works very well for the character. And also, and I'm the only person I think who thinks this, no one else has said it, but to me, it looks a little bit like when dad gets on one of his kids' bikes or something. He looks too big for everything around him.
Bring.
I think it's the knees bent up close to his chest or something, but
I can kind of get behind on that the smile comment, because like the way I know the character, he's always like pissed off. So yeah, I can kind of see that. Yeah.
Well,
Right.
it's like a Batman smirk. You know, it needs to be.
Yeah. And maybe it's because the Prime One Piece is large. There's a lot going on around him. So that this looks so much more compact to me. It looks a little small.
Maybe they were trying to companion it with what's her face, Zatanna, where she's like, has that floating leaning pose or something. Maybe. I
mean, the detail here is crazy.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, that's cool.
That reminds me of the backside of the Deathstroke base. You know, it's just there's so much detail.
Right.
Again, it's just a very beautiful piece, in my opinion. The paint on it's very, very well done.
I'm really curious how they're going to price it.
Yeah, you think maybe like 750, 8?
There's a lot going on with that base. It might be high sevens. It might be 775 or something.
Yeah, I could see it being 750, 8, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Because there's just a lot of paint application with this one. So we'll see. But anyway, it was great to see it finally revealed.
And I'm really curious what the edition size will be. I mean, that the Prime One Piece is so awesome, but the edition size ended up being tiny.
Yeah, crazy.
But it wasn't a cheap piece.
This one was the Bishop. We didn't get to see it painted, but we definitely get to see the sculpt, and I think this one looks really great.
Yeah. I love it. They did really good justice to him.
Classic X-Men. Yeah.
Yep.
That's like,
Yeah. Face sculpt looks really nice. I think this one will be a big hit, and this one's never been done before.
Nope.
Right.
So I think that'll be hopefully very successful for Sideshow. We also, sorry, some of these photos are really bad because they were off of screen grabs, but this is the Thrawn piece, premium format. Obviously, you'll have a blue portrait.
And I think it comes with a second portrait they were talking about during Sideshow Con.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Cad Bane here. I think this one looks great.
That's Harbottle.
Yeah, if I was still collecting Star Wars, this would be a definite for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a very cool piece.
It is.
A lot of people really like the character. Again, a lot of detail. Again, sorry, these are just screen grabs, but it gives you an idea on the overall pose. This one is kind of a rehash. They have some different portraits, right? Is the Hulk portrait different?
I think so.
I think so. I think it has to be, but it is.
Yep, it is.
Okay, so it is kind of a new sculpt a little bit. They took the old green Hulk and changed him to the gray Hulk, and obviously the brown suit Wolverine. And so I think there's definitely some people that are excited about this one offering a different look.
I kind of would have rather maybe seen something new, but I don't know. I guess maybe if you have the old one and you want to kind of pair these up together, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
The brown and yellow suit.
At the old one, so you
mean,
can get this one.
The original was a big hit for a Sideshow. I remember reading so many comments of people saying like this was their first statue when they came into the hobby like a few years ago, whatever it was, 4 years ago. So
it's a fun one.
Maybe they're thinking they'll draw more people in again.
Yeah. This was the new Mystique that they showed. Yeah, I think this one.
They did really well on this.
This Harbottle too?
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it looks like Harbottle. I like this one a lot.
I do too.
Just a nice pose. So I think this one will do well for Sideshow.
Yeah.
And again, these are just, I think this is just a render, I think. So hopefully we'll see stuff soon. The Beast also was shown. I'm not as big of a fan of this one.
Nah.
I was excited when they announced him, but the pose that they have him in, it just seems weird. Like there's something just off about it I don't like.
He looks too cartoonish to me, first off.
I agree. I think that's what I don't like is it's too cartoony compared to the other stuff they've been doing.
Well, if you read the promotional materials for the piece, this is based on the animated series.
Oh, is it?
Interesting. I wonder why they would do that.
Almost looks like Beauty and the Beast, just in blue.
Yeah.
It's like straight up Disney right there.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're doing it because of the popularity of X-Men 97 and how well received that was.
Could be.
Yeah, but they have an entire X-Men line of other characters that,
that are realistic.
Yeah, realistic. Why would they do this? Like,
yeah. I was just a little bit puzzled too by the art direction, but I mean, I still think it's a fun piece, but
yeah,
it does have me puzzled a little bit. This is another piece that was shown. This is part of their monster line. It's the Vampire's Lust. What'd you guys think about this one?
It's another hard bottle.
Yeah, another hard bottle. Man, he's on a roll.
I thought this piece looked incredible.
Yep.
And the him talking about the influence he has from Hellraiser, the old Dracula movies, and everything that he put into this sculpt was really, really cool to hear.
These their new original line, I think, is like some of the best things they've ever done in a long time, since the Court of the Dead days. So back then I used to think those were ahead of the time of even like premium formats in terms of like the quality in the paint.
Totally.
I think back to I think it's Mr. Sin or Mrs. Sin, whatever that character is, that female one they just said.
Mr. Sin.
Yeah, seeing that at that convention, that the in-house convention that Marcos had, it's just absolutely fantastic the way that thing is painted and just the sculpt of it. It looks so realistic.
Everything you just said, I agree 100%.
And I have a feeling this is going to be the same way, and all the other originals that they're doing right now are going to be the same way.
Well, and the thing is, it just goes to show you that they're not pigeonholed.
Mm-hmm.
They get to create what they want. They don't have to get approval from someone. They don't have to get approval from a license. And it just goes to show you, like, what could they do with some of those other licenses if they had all hands off,
The details on this piece are crazy. The way the vampire's fingers are like digging into the skin of the victim's thigh. It's just, it's really cool.
I like this like pleated dress thing coming down. Like the movement of that looks really great. The silkiness of the girl's dress. Like it's really well done. A lot of detail on this one.
Again, I wonder how they'll price it with 2 figures.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Guess we'll see. This one I showed my wife, and she just thought this was the greatest thing. She thought it was fantastic, and she doesn't really like very many of the statues. But I don't think this is going to be a premium format. I think it's more maybe going to be a 5th scale. But it's a fun piece.
Yeah.
Little Peacemaker.
That is definitely a John Cena inspired Peacemaker.
It's a great, great likeness, I think.
Yeah, they nailed the anatomy of his body. It literally just looks like his body.
Yeah, you got giant eagle right there. So that's going to be a fun piece.
Ever since they released that Wolverine Berserker at like slightly larger than 1/3 scale and just called it a statue.
Yep.
Anytime they just call something a statue, I wonder, oh my God, is there going to be another one of those huge things like Berserker?
I know. It's like it's so kind of frustrating as a collector, though, because you try to pair these things up with other pieces in your collection, and then if you get it and it's like way bigger or way smaller than you were expecting, it's kind of frustrating. But I understand. This one, Jeff, speak on this one in person. Like I think the more of these I see, the better it is, especially after seeing the movie. What do you think of these?
Well, it was interesting because they revealed it Wednesday night, preview night, and so that's when most of these pictures probably are from. And I thought, likeness, and then Thursday night we went and saw the movie. And the moment he put the mask on, I was like, oh my God, it looks just like the statue.
It's crazy because I thought the exact same thing. I saw your pictures posted. I was like, that doesn't look like Hugh Jackman at all.
Yeah.
And then he puts the mask on, and that was my first exact thought too. I'm like, yep, they nailed it. It looks exactly like that.
Yeah, I think it's the eyes that throw it off. Like when I don't know, I want to go to like spoilers, but when I was watching the movie, like I feel like the eyes were a little bit too big or like too similar to Deadpool's eyes. Like the kind of, I always like, he seemed like too, like when I see Wolverine, I picture him more angry. So maybe if they squinted the eyes a little bit, like more like a Batman style eye, like the the little triangles. I don't know. That's the only complaint I had with that cowl in that movie, though.
I showed my wife the life size Deadpool and Wolverine statues that they're doing. She was like, you can get the Wolverine and put it in our room. And I'm like,
You're right. It's like, does it come in the shirtless version when he toward the end of the film? Man, he was jacked. Hugh Jackman. He lives up to the name.
Yeah, I saw an article that said those were actually his abs in the movie. It wasn't a double.
That guy is incredible.
And he did all that in like a year and like 3 months to prepare for that movie. I was like,
crazy.
I don't think I could do that in a year, 6 months.
I think they said he's 55. I think is what.
When you have millions of dollars and trainers and health professionals.
You could do a lot.
Yeah.
But anyway, again, just some photos of these, and they're both up for pre-order right now at Sideshow and other places.
I like the Wolverine better, but I think they pair nicely together. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I would buy the Deadpool by itself, but I would definitely buy Wolverine
Yeah,
and Deadpool.
I think you buy them both if you're going to do it, kind of.
Yeah.
But I agree. I think the Wolverine's the better piece.
Yeah.
And I do like the swap out arms on the Wolverine.
Yeah, you can do the arms down. I think both of them look really great. I think I like this look better.
Yeah,
I wish they had done this look sleeveless and the other one with the sleeves, because I like this one better, but I do like the sleeveless look a lot better.
Yeah, I could see that.
Do you think Prime 1's going to be doing?
No, they don't have the Marvel license.
They don't. Okay, gotcha.
No, I bet they wish they did.
Mm-hmm.
Dang right.
Especially with RDJ, Doctor Doom, those statues are going to be phenomenal if they actually do them.
Yep. Oh, they will.
I was talking to Billy. Billy goes, I ordered these directly from the movie theater as I was watching the movie.
That's cool. That's awesome. Live pre-order. But yeah, I think this looks. I mean, this makes me want to get this statue. I think it looks great.
What scale are these?
Quarter.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they're on a base, like a big, raised base. So yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, they've got a little size to them.
800 each.
Oh wow, that's not that bad.
Yeah, not bad. Anyway, that's them side by side. This thing must be massive. This is again from our friends over at PCS. Jeff, what did you think about this one in person?
It's massive, and go back to that the before picture.
This thing?
No, one more.
Oh, this one.
I really like the effect of all those people in the background coming out. It really is cool. No, it's a great piece. If you're into a big Hulk bust with a bunch of story elements going on all around the base for $2,600, this would be a good choice for you. It's really cool.
I wonder if the edition size will be pretty small.
Oh, could be. That's a lot of money.
A lot of money, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like PCS had a really good showing at the show.
Absolutely.
And it's just, again, it's refreshing to have these. We had Syndicate Collectibles there. We had Iron Studios and PCS. And like Diamond Select and Kotobukiya.
Dark Horse.
But, yeah, it's just very nice that we still have these statue companies. And I would assume that the booths were constantly busy.
They were. Syndicate had a much less impressive showing than last year. And they were in a different spot. They were way far away. They were like over by Artist Alley.
Really? That far?
Yeah.
And just a smaller booth too?
Smaller booth. And I mean, they had a lot of stuff last year.
Yeah, they had a pretty big booth, I thought.
They didn't have much this year.
That's too bad. Well, these drawings right here are from the Kacharik brothers. And again, I want to give them a shout out. They did exclusively sign with PCS as their new art director and going forward. So congratulations to them and to Ant on what I feel like is going to be a real successful partnership with them.
Yeah, they do great work. So,
but
it's kind of a cool pairing because PCS tackles licenses that a lot of people wouldn't touch.
Yep.
So it'll be fun to see those guys working on those licenses.
I agree. I think it's a really good thing for all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, much continued success to all involved there. This one is the Carnage.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. That's the bronze version.
Bronze, yep.
Wasn't this thing like crazy expensive?
1500 or sorry, 15,000. Yep.
Wow.
I just bought 7 of them.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I just sold all my Finch pieces.
I was about to say.
Sold all the Jimmy G. We've got some other pieces that were on display there.
Those are fun.
Street Fighter.
Yeah, Street Fighter pieces. And they had some of the smaller scale, 10 scale things there as well.
Nice.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
What did you think of Darth Vader, Jeff?
It's pretty cool. It's not a piece that I would ever need to own, but it's well done.
Yeah, sculpt is fun. Just some other photos. You could see some of the sizes of these things. Again, they're 3rd scale. This one's quarter. This one's quarter though.
It's a lot of switch outs for that one.
Yeah. They've got Pumpkinhead.
That's the 1/3 scale. That's a Casey Love sculpt.
I like that. What was it? The werewolf one was really cool looking too.
The Howling. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Jeff,
cool.
did you see this one in person?
Yeah.
How did the masks look? Like
Dude.
the different, like the dirty version, the cracked version, and everything.
They look great. Yeah, it's a good piece.
It's awesome. What do you think about Conan? I know that some of the people that were at StatueCon when they saw it, they thought it was maybe a little bit dark or maybe not as much detail as they were hoping for.
My only concern about this piece is that I do feel like the portrait looks a little cartoony. The fabric elements are great. The musculature is really good. He is very tan. I can't remember if he was in that movie or not. But there's something slightly cartoony about the face. I'm not sure what. I mean, it's clearly Schwarzenegger. There's no doubt.
And it's a million times better than what they originally showed us. You know, they've definitely improved the Schwarzenegger face. I mean, it's not like the Prime 1 Terminator 2 piece coming out where it's just like, whoa, that looks like a little more, Schwarzenegger. Do you feel like it's because it stands out even more because it's third scale?
No, because so is the Terminator 2.
Or maybe of his age. I mean, he did this way before Terminator, I think. And he was definitely a lot younger. It might be, his face was a lot softer looking.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Maybe if we could see more of his eyes, it's kind of squinty. I don't know.
Good point. I don't know. What'd you think of the Howling in person?
That's a really great piece. I don't know how many customers they're going to have for it, but I really don't have any complaints about that piece.
It just looks cool.
It's big. I saw it like a picture next to somebody like that. That's what sold it for me. When I saw somebody standing next to it, I was like, oh, that looks cool.
Yeah.
Puts into like perspective of like, the whole size of it.
But it just looked like a really fun booth. And then, of course, we move over to a little bit of more with Iron Studios. They obviously it was a smaller booth, it looked like, than last year for sure. But still a well put together booth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's cool. Lilo and Stitch.
I've been really impressed with their Disney stuff. I think they're doing really great work.
It was still a pretty big booth. It wasn't small.
Good, but it wasn't in that far diamond corner anymore.
No.
That one trips me out.
This one.
It's a scene where
the toilet. Yeah, the toilet.
Yeah, the toilet. Yeah. I was looking. I was like, "Is that the guy on the toilet?" It is.
I didn't.
That's really cool.
But again, just a lot of fun pieces. There's the 10 scale Iron Man and Deadpool, and then the quarter scale Gambit. I'm not sure if I'm sold on this one.
Oh, it's pretty cool. I like it.
It might just be the lighting and stuff. I just haven't seen a ton of footage on him.
Is that? I didn't think of it until just now. That's the same pose from the first appearance of his cover, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
like it.
Looks similar to it.
Could be.
Was it 287?
Gentle Giant. There's that.
I like that one.
Yeah, I think that one's fun.
It's hilarious.
Yeah. Weapon X.
Cool.
So yeah, a lot of good stuff on display. There's a little bit better view of the portrait. Again, it's under really heavy white light, so it's maybe that's why.
You got the reflection of the glass and all that.
Yeah.
This was a really good piece.
Yeah, this one's really fun.
Yeah. Looks good.
Green Goblin.
If you don't mind spending $300 for a 1/10 scale.
Yeah, I feel like you're getting a little bit more with the base on this one, but still, it's still a lot of money.
Yeah.
For what
I like how they did the smoke. Looks good.
Yeah. A couple of images there. That's fun.
Yeah.
He's got those crazy eyes.
I've always liked that character. I mean, basically, he's just Green Joker.
Oh, he's small. Yeah.
But there you get the idea. Yeah, he's not that big for $300. But there's probably a little bit of depth to him because of the smoke.
Mm-hmm.
So a couple pieces there. I don't know anything about this character, so
Is that Sentry?
Is that Adam something, whatever?
It's Warlock.
Oh, is that okay? It's Adam Warlock. Okay.
Yeah, Adam Warlock.
This is the 10 scale Superman that they're doing.
Yeah. I don't know if I like the way he's floating like that.
This one just looks a little, I don't know why. It just looks a little cheap with the material, just plasticky, as Jeff said earlier.
I like the base.
That Alex Ross one look a lot better that we looked at first.
Yeah, I was just thinking that too. Like,
Yeah.
this one
Like,
definitely
I saw that and I was like, this is cool.
I love this.
Yeah.
I
This
love
thing
this.
this makes me absolutely want to buy this. Like, I have been a major Darth Vader fan for my entire life, and this is freaking incredible.
Kacharik Brothers again.
Yeah. So this would maybe be a maybe for me, and put it in another room. But
Oh yeah. I can put this in my
Bedroom.
walk-in closet because it's all black and stuff like that. Yeah.
I love it. It's got like the Emperor from Empire Strikes Back when it's the hologram. Like, I cannot wait to see.
It reminds me of a movie poster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, they had that side profile for Jedi, you know.
Yeah.
Who is that with the arm reached out?
That's
Yeah.
Vader.
Okay.
Who is that? Oh, that's Vader. Okay, I see it now.
Okay.
Got his helmet on.
The helmet looked weird, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's Vader. I mean, obviously they'll have Obi-Wan and Anakin,
2 Vaders.
Emperor. Yeah, 2 Vaders coming out of it.
What's he doing on the bottom left there? He's knelt in front of
This
something.
he's kneeling. This is Empire Strikes Back when he kneels, and it's got the hologram of the Emperor.
Okay. Yep.
So that's what that scene is. So I'm excited to see what this one revealed. I'm sure it'll be expensive, but it's awesome. These were some renders posted by Jay, kind of updating people on their 3rd scale pieces that they're doing for the Justice League line. Martian Manhunter.
Looks good to me.
He's also updated a new head.
Yeah, that's a
with
big
new,
difference.
new skin tone. I think it's a drastic improvement.
Yeah, I do too.
So I again, like, I feel like this one was already basically in the can and done, and he's still tweaking it. So I think it'll be tweaked until the day it's shipped.
The skin tone's a big deal.
Yeah, those look
Yeah.
good.
It's really, I mean, it makes it look way more worth the value.
Yeah.
Whereas the other, I feel like it's so flat and it just doesn't.
It's so yellow.
So yeah, it's just it was just not the right skin.
Yeah.
And they just to me, it's just a drastic change.
Yeah.
Looks great. Here's a Igo directed piece here, obviously, and I believe this was sculpted by Crumb. I can't think.
Was that Amir Fong or no?
Yeah, I think Almakar
Almakar, sorry. What did I say?
did this one. Yeah, but it's cool to see it all painted up. And this is a great compliment to the He-Man piece.
Yep. You can set them up as they're looking like they're both fighting.
Yeah.
So
So well done. Then obviously here we get to see them both their first Skeletor and then the second one. Second one's definitely more of the kind of the old cartoon look.
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
It's got a couple of portraits.
Yep.
And it's fun. Again, Igo's done a great job of art directing these. What do you think about the teaser of the Mythos stuff? I feel a little let down.
Yeah, not a fan.
I was really excited about the Harley and Joker, and then seeing what they do with the rest of it. But after this, I was like, eh.
I'm kind of curious about that huntress. I think it's a huntress on the right there.
I think Huntress probably. I feel like that's Catwoman back there with the motorcycle helmet.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we are not their target audience for this.
Yeah.
That's just kind of the impression I'm getting. You know, and again, these are just renders, so we don't really know for sure. I do think this looks good.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of this either.
Yeah, I didn't like he looks like he's turning into Swamp Thing.
I mean, I've been waiting all this time for them to do an Aquaman statue, and this is what they come out with. Like, let's go. They've rebooted every single Justice League character so far on the premium format line, except for Aquaman at this point.
Man. So here we get a little bit better idea. So again, I feel like we're not the right audience for these statues, but obviously I think they're shooting for a younger crowd. This I think has potential. This is like a berserker type Batman, and
this almost reminded me of that thing that cover Ryan Brown worked on.
Well, yeah, and Ryan Brown was, if you remember, he was going to do that Prime One piece.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It was based on his work, and so I don't know whatever happened with that. I'm assuming just bad timing, but I think that this looks really fun in terms of concept. Again, I don't know execution wise, but I love the bat down here.
Yeah.
So I think this one out of all of them so far to me has some pretty good potential.
Yeah, same here.
I was kind of hoping though with this Mythos line that they would all kind of be cohesive.
Yes.
And they're definitely not. Like they're definitely all going to be separate, which I don't know if I like that. I just think it would have been like if they all had this theme right here, you know, and kind of like a medieval knight or something theme. But
we got a medieval knight Batman, like a manga Harley, a cowboy huntress, and a futuristic helmeted
and maybe
motorcycle.
And maybe as they release these, we'll get the whole story. Maybe we're just missing something. But I mean, I'm still excited to see more, but we'll see. This one was a Martin Canali sculpt that has not been very well received, but they did. This was the original portrait, and they've now added a second one, which I do think looks better.
Yeah, I think it looks a lot better.
Yeah, I think that was a really smart move. And I don't know if that was planned originally, but
I'm not a huge fan of the long ears to begin with, but he's so elongated in general. I just feel like maybe the longer ears actually do work better on this piece.
Yeah. So I'm anxious to see more photos of this one with the whole statue. So we'll see. But I still thought it was really cool that they did that.
It's very stylized.
Yeah. What'd you think of Arnold, man? He looks massive next to you, Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty great piece. I'm not sure it needed all that stuff around the base, front and back, but everybody loved this piece. Everyone was getting their picture taken with it, and yeah, I'm not surprised that it's. I think it's hard to find at this point.
How did the detail of the base, front and back, look, Jeff? Like in person, was it highly detailed? Would you say?
Yeah, the detail looks really good. But how often are you going to see that back scene?
Never.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
You can be seeing all that naked scene in the front.
Some people were describing the lava or whatever it is below him looking like lasagna.
It does. It looks plastic cheesy.
Like a microwave dish.
Yeah. Man, now you're making me hungry. Jeff, you can tell Jeff's getting ready for dinner.
Well, funny story about Queen Studios. I was at my computer when the email went out about the in-art function at Disney at a Comic-Con, and I immediately RSVP'd. I mean, it was like 30 seconds, and I did not get in.
God,
wow,
crazy!
I don't know why I didn't get in, but I didn't get in. I was on the wait list, never converted.
Crazy. Did you did you get invited to the in art event?
Well, that's what I just were you asleep?
No, I'm responding to an email, so I'm sorry.
I just told that whole story. So
all right, I'll go back and watch it later.
Hit rewind and you'll get the whole story.
Sorry. I needed to answer that, so I go. Yeah.
The answer is I did not get in. I RSVP'd immediately, but did not get in.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I missed the first part of that, clearly.
Okay. So, John, if you're watching, what the hell?
Yeah, what the hell, John?
What the hell?
Get Delaney in. He should be VIP priority.
Man.
Darn right.
A sandwich and take a few pictures. And,
that's right.
Susan was there.
Yes, Susan was there, and a couple other YouTubers and stuff. So
Danny was there.
Yep.
Yeah.
It looked like a fun time.
Yep.
This was the In Arts Michael Jackson. They had that on display there, and some other figures as well. They're going into kind of like some, adjustable figure price points. So that was cool.
They had them at the show too. So the ones that really impressed me were the Walking Dead pieces.
Yeah, I think I have a photo of them later. Sorry, I've got a few of these out of order, guys. But I thought that they looked good too.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a lot out of order. Jeez. Oh, here's some of the figures.
Oh, that's cool.
I haven't seen that. Nice.
Yeah, they're like action figures. These are in art. So basically Queen Studios. But I think it's kind of cool they're doing something different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
but they all looked good. And then they have a couple. They have an Arkham one, which
Oh,
looks good, and then Catwoman.
That one looks cool.
So I would assume the price point's pretty decent on these. This was shown at the event. I'm not sure why they didn't have it on the floor.
I don't know what that is, but it looks like a real person.
Yeah, this is Queen Studios. Jeff, I saw you post this. Tell us a little bit about this. You said that they did have it on the floor, or didn't?
No. This is a new partnership between Sideshow and Coffin Comics.
Okay, I heard of them.
This is a character called La Muerta, and they're doing a premium format.
I used to collect some of their stuff. Yeah, they do a lot of like risque type covers and stuff.
Okay.
The concept looks great.
Yeah, I think it looks really cool.
This one was released during Sideshow Con. This was, I don't know. I love the idea of it. I'm not sure I love the execution of it.
Mm-hmm.
We saw some teasers on the last show, but now, of course, it's up for pre-order. What's your impression of it now that we've seen all of it?
Same as the last show. I don't like the clash of colors with his vest. I wish they would have did a different color vest, maybe like purple or yellow or something, or not purple, like maybe like yellow or like more of like an aqua color. I don't know. It looks like a life jacket to me at the first impression. I don't know. Just throws me off.
Is anybody getting this one?
I like the face of the Joker. Not a big fan of the real clothes, real fabric. So
I was planning on getting this one once they revealed more of the Mythos line, but I was not really a fan of what they did. I thought that, like they'd be all this kind of stylized, were like 1940s or 30s, kind of like this. I thought that would be a really cool idea, but after seeing everything else, I'm just going to kind of say this is cool, but not going in my collection.
I feel like if they had just stuck to the 30s and and use some of the things that were going on around during that time as the background or the bases, and the tailoring on some of the suits. And again, I don't love that they use cut and sew on this. I think it would have been better sculpted, 100%. But at the same time, like, I just feel like it would have been so cool to keep that whole lineup, and I would have been really interested.
So I actually still do really like this, though. I would buy it if I had space for it. I think it looks cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think the sculpts look okay. I mean, some people haven't loved the Harley face, but she's supposed to be crazy.
Yeah, I like it.
Joker's face looks good.
Joker's face is incredible.
And I don't know if this has really been said much, but did you guys notice that there are guns?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you've been hinting at it here and there.
Yes, I've known about it for a little while. That the rumor was that DC and Warner Brothers was going to back off a little bit and realize that the people buying these things are adults. And so I think obviously with sales down, I think that was really the big caveat, was that, hey, sales are down. How are we going to get stuff sold? Well, let's add weapons back. And I think that was a really smart move. Because a lot of these characters, that's the way they're portrayed in the comics. Joker doesn't always just have a smiling fish as his weapon. So
it's hard to rob a bank with a crowbar.
Yeah, I just really wanted to point that out, because I think this was a really game changer for DC going forward. And also, I know for sure that the companies are really happy about it.
I'm really excited about that, but I wish they had done that for the Two-Face from Tweeterhead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and again, what's done is done, but in the future, stay tuned.
They got a little wimpy on Constantine, though. There's a pack of cigarettes on the base, but there's not one in his hand or his mouth.
And that's what I always. Constantine's always smoking. Like even in the new Justice League movies, the animated ones they just did, he first thing he does is pull up a cigarette and put it in his mouth. So that's what I feel like that's missing from Sideshow Statue.
Even when he's dying of lung cancer, he smokes.
Yeah. So he's always playing with the lighter and the fire.
Yeah,
that's right.
It's his character.
That's right. What did you think of this one in person, Jeff? I thought the Natasha Henstridge portrait looked really good.
It looks good, but it doesn't make sense with this body. I think they did that just to please fans. But the statue itself with the other portrait is really, really good. The kind of translucent effect, they really achieved it, at least in this photo. It's really cool. It's a nice piece.
Paint looked nice.
Yeah.
There's another angle of it. A lot going on with it.
Totally.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot of detail.
Nice alien nipples.
Yeah. What do you think of this one? I feel like it's decent, but a little cartoony to me.
Well, I mean, it's based on the movie poster, which was, you know, a drawing.
You're right.
So yeah, some people think that the likeness is a little bit off, but you have to compare it to the poster, not the actor.
Looks cool.
It's a pretty cool piece.
I mean, it's definitely Bruce Campbell. I mean, you could definitely tell that. I mean, there's no question who it is.
Great.
But I think the statue's a lot of fun.
Yeah, cool. I think so too.
That's a quarter scale, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought they did a nice job. I think the sculpt looks great.
Oh yeah.
The little people on his foot there.
Yeah, the people fighting him is hilarious. Bruce Campbell.
He's funny.
Terminator.
He's so great.
This was awesome.
And super tall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like were you kind of blown away by it, Jeff? Like when you saw it? Like I was just amazed by how big it looks.
You know what? I totally screwed up with this. So I walk up to the booth. I'm looking at the piece, and I realize I'm standing right next to J. Scott Campbell.
Oh, nice.
And so I said, hey, can I ask you, you know, we haven't seen any art of this piece. How did you decide on this character? And he talked for 5 minutes.
Oh,
thought, what the hell did I not turn my camera on for?
I know.
I could have recorded the whole thing. It would have been a great video.
That's what I was trying to think. I was like, I don't really remember seeing artwork based on this. I don't know if he's starting like new drawings from the fantasy line now.
Yeah, no, it's like what I said to Dave earlier. It's just that. So they're putting out. You know, he does these calendars.
Yeah.
And basically, he's doing a calendar of gender swaps.
Yeah.
So we're going to see like Peter Pan as a female with Tinkerbell as a guy. You know, stuff like that. And so this is a gender swap. Traditionally, Cheshire Cat is male, I suppose. This is the female kind of anthropomorphic version.
That's a big word.
Of the of the character. And
they didn't make her smoking. Cheshire Cat's always smoking.
Okay. But no, it's really cool. The only thing that I could imagine someone criticizing the piece about is there's so much tree that maybe she gets a little bit lost in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of base.
Yeah.
I don't know if it needed the big giant overhang thing.
Right.
You know, I think if maybe they had made that smaller or whatever, but I think she's really pretty. And yeah, it's the same thing. Like I told you, we had that private dinner, and so I'm sitting right next to him. He's sharing tacos with me, and I wish I had filmed it. Like it was, you know, a good 5-10 minute conversation, and like, oh my gosh, it would have been so great. But in the time, you're just so mesmerized by being able to talk to him. It's like, you know, I'm glad you had the opportunity to do so.
He's a cool guy.
He seems really laid back and cool.
Yeah, he'll talk forever. If you ever waited on one of his lines for 3 hours.
And stuff like that. But I'll see y'all later.
Okay, have a good one, Matt.
Take care, Matt.
Thanks.
Yeah, we're winding down here. We don't have very many left to look at. This is the Daniel Bell Magneto that went up for pre-order.
This seems like a really cool piece.
I like it. I love the colors.
Looks good. I mean, his last one was good too. So
yeah,
we needed another one, but
yeah, I don't know if we needed another Magneto already, but
well, I think people are happy that it's got a sculpted cape.
Yeah, I think that's a good point too.
True.
But I think all the portraits look great, and just again, I love the color. Something about purple and red, it just goes so well together.
Yeah.
But anyway, this one is up for pre-order right now, and looks great.
Yeah, that's cool.
This one would look really great with the CGC behind it.
Yeah.
But again, congratulations to Daniel. Amazing artist.
I do like the paint more on this, but I think the last one they did, the colors were a little bit more muted. This looks a little bit more vibrant.
Well, you remember Sideshow was really getting into those
really
muted colors there for a while. I'm kind of glad they're kind of going back to the more vibrant.
Yep.
Just because I just feel like they're more comic book accurate to me. They pop.
Now this I'm excited about. I'm not even a Hot Toys collector, but I was like a Blake Lively, Lady Deadpool. I'm like, I'm all about that.
I think this will sell a couple.
Yeah,
for sure. I thought this was fun. These are from Hot Toys. They had a couple of releases this week, and then of course they've got Dogpool, which is fantastic accessory.
So
I think the dog was like the breakout star of the whole movie.
Dog was fantastic.
So I've seen this dog on like the interviews. That's a real dog.
Yes, it won like the world's ugliest dog contest or something.
And it was in England.
In the UK.
She is the world's ugliest dog. And when they saw her, they were like, that's Dogpool right there.
Yep, that's Dogpool. That stole the show in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Here, you can put this in your living room, Matt, or your bedroom.
My wife would probably like that.
Mm-hmm. But obviously another Wolverine. They're going to be selling Wolverine stuff for the next probably 5 years.
Until he's 90.
Movie. Yeah. Until he's 90. That's right. Until he's 90.
Yep. That was funny.
And this was fun.
Baby pool.
Head pool. I love head pool.
So did you know that, I mean, I don't know if these are considered spoilers or not, but since we're showing the pictures, that was actually his real kid. Like his kids were in the movie and stuff.
That's cool. That's neat. Yeah. And he also comes with, but this one's a little bit different. He's got the goggles on. So you can get two dog pools. But just a fun set. And obviously they're going to do the kid.
Yeah, so that was his two sons, and then obviously Lady Pool's his wife.
That's fun. Here's the figures Jeff was talking about. I think these all look really great from InArt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's one of my photos. It's they look fantastic. They look real.
Yeah, I was just blown away. I thought these will sell very well, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I mean, how can you not be excited about that kind of action figure?
Yeah,
sure.
Here is our good friend Eric and his brand new prize right here.
That thing was so much better in person. I know we always say that, but like when he sent me the pictures, he was like, I don't like sending pictures because it doesn't really always show off everything. And I was like, nah, it looks amazing in the pictures. And then it arrived, and I was like, is this like really painted? Because it looked like an art print. Like the way he paints, it's so smooth. Like you don't see brush strokes or anything. I'm like, do you like airbrush, or do you how the hell do you mix your colors to where it literally doesn't look like a painting? He's like, no, it's just a little hand painted. He's like, I did a little bit of airbrushing, but the whole thing is just hand painted. I was like, wow,
he's just amazing, so talented.
That's one of the best art pieces we've shown on the channel.
Oh, by far.
I don't understand how he paints. Like I've never seen somebody paint without at least seeing the actual, the thickness of the paint.
Yeah,
it's just so good.
It's just smooth like a print.
He had mentioned he had done my Joker, and I think he said he was going to try to ship it out this past weekend. I haven't. Did he ever send tracking or anything?
To me, yeah. So he's quick. Mine came in literally he sent it express. It came within a week from the UK.
Okay. I'll check back. He hasn't sent tracking yet, but he said he was going to try this weekend.
Once he sends it, it'll come really fast.
Okay. Well, I just want to say congratulations again, because it's incredible.
Very well protected. He does an amazing job at packing. He puts between two stiff boards, similar to how I ship expensive stuff. So this way it doesn't bend or anything like that. So really well done.
Really awesome.
That's me in my bathing suit, by the way.
Oh, this is really nice.
I just came back from the pool or the beach. Or something.
And you're rocking the sideshow cap. Look at you.
Yeah, I got got some merch.
Yeah, that's right. A few last photos here I threw in of the unmasked portrait of Gladiator. I thought these looked really pretty decent.
Yeah, I thought it looked good.
And we're getting, I believe, a Gladiator 2 movie, right?
It looks great.
It looks really good.
I saw the preview in front of. I'm sure you guys probably did too, but I thought it looked really good. I don't go to very many movies anymore, but that's when
I'm seeing that one in theater.
Yeah.
Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these 2 awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.